Top Apple execs, including Phil Schiller and Tim Cook, expected to take the stand this week as the Epic versus Apple trial continues, with the balance of power in app stores at stake. Josh Lipton has more. Josh?
So, John, it is Tim Cook's time to testify here at this headline-making antitrust brawl between Apple and Fortnite maker Epic Games. Cook could be testifying later this week or perhaps early next week. Specifically, Cook is expected to testify about Apple's corporate values, its business and operations, development and launch of the App Store, and competition faced by the company. Now, this is certainly a high-profile moment for Tim Cook. We know that, though he's also, of course, a tested veteran at this point, having now led Apple for almost 10 years. In addition to Cook, Apple's Phil Schiller is expected to take the stand this week as well. A longtime Apple executive and insider, Schiller now oversees the App Store. Previously, he served for over 2 decades as the company's head of product marketing. So far, the feeling here seems to be that Epic hasn't really been able to land a big knockout punch yet in this fight. Of course, Tim Sweeney's company was always going to have a tough time. The burden of proof is on Epic as the plaintiff. And remember, the judge here has sided with Apple on cases in the past. Back to you all.
Yeah, Josh, it's interesting you mentioned the overall sense coming out of this trial. My sense is this is about mainly 2 things. Is the App Store a market unto itself? Like, can Epic successfully argue Apple has a monopoly over the iPhone? And then can Apple separate payment processing from security on the App Store from all these things? And should they be forced to sort of charge apps a la carte? Do I have that right?
So when I talk to antitrust lawyers, John, you're right. What they will say is Epic has a pretty big challenge here. They have to convince this judge that Apple has a monopoly with its App Store and that Apple's abusing that market power by forcing Epic to use Apple's payment system, which, of course, means a 15 to 30% cut. You're right. I think Apple is going to counter, of course, and has countered. Listen, the relevant market is not the App Store. It's a much broader market for video games and software. You can play Fortnite, they'll say, on all kinds of devices and platforms. Their point being there's a lot more competition. And of course, it'll come down to that fee, that 30% cut. Apple's going to make the case in part. Listen, we've dropped about $100 billion to build and maintain this store, and we're justified in taking a fee. We're going to find out soon enough what the judge thinks of all that.